Welcome to the Coffee Clutch Crew Harry Potter Lego Build Review. I know. Why is a TV and movie review podcast doing a random video of building Legos? Well, there's a story behind this. One, let's be honest, it's fun. But two, in our latest movie review, we covered the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and with its dedicated fan following, the success launched a multi-billion-dollar multimedia franchise that included first the popular animated TV series we talked about, Real Ghostbusters, its sequel series, Extreme Ghostbusters, video games, board games, comic books, clothing, music, food, toys, collectibles, and haunted attractions. This is something we own no merchandise for that I wish we did. Out of all of our geeky stuff that we keep, we don't have anything Ghostbusters.
And the idea was brought up to buy Ghostbuster Lego sets. So we went on the internet, did a quick search, found two good ones. One was, of course, their home base. That thing was $1,000. And I figured, I am not paying that much for plastic. And then we had the Ectomobile. So Christina and myself went to the Lego store, and by the way, nerded out. Felt like children again. That place is amazing. I wish it was bigger. They didn't have the Ecto one, but they did have something, in my argument, better. A whole bunch of Harry Potters. And we have been doing movie reviews for Harry Potter. Of course, the two main ones we wanted to get was the huge Hogwarts and the huge Diagon Alley. Those were expensive. I think $3.99, which is still a lot for plastic. But it wasn't just the money, it was that they're too big for our tiny place. So maybe in the future, when we have our new podcast studio, we'll get those and we'll put them in the backdrop. But we did find two other ones that we wanted. That's the Hogwarts Clock Tower and the Hogwarts Express. And along with that, they gave us a free The Book of Monsters puzzle, which looks cool too. So why not? Thus starts our adventure. So here we are, sitting down, on the ground. In hindsight, not the smartest thing in the world. We wanted the room to spread out the pieces. But the next morning, my back and my neck were destroyed. What we're sitting on there is a blanket. It was a gift from one of our Clatchers. It's a Fillory blanket from a different show we cover, The Magicians, one of our other favorite ones. We wanted it to be a light color so that all the pieces would pop. So first up, Hogwarts Express. It's 801 pieces. So there we are sitting down, breaking out the bags. They're all numbers, so we're putting them in order. We're doing everything like adults, overthinking it. Fun fact, these specific Legos are very difficult. They're marked only for the highly skilled. Christina and I are masters. So this was fun, wasn't it, Chris?
This was amazing. I can't believe it took us this long to actually get a Lego set.
I never thought of it as something fun.
I did, and I've seen my nephew putting them together. Some of them actually a bit more complicated. I couldn't believe he was able to do it. But then, of course, he just wants to take everything apart and play with the pieces.
Yeah, you take all that time, looks good for a half a second, and then they're like, meow.
Let's break it all up now. We would die.
I'm so torn because on one hand, I'm so glad they give you detailed instructions because I wouldn't be able to do it without them. But on the other hand, it almost feels like it's too detailed. It's too telling you what to do.
There's no creativity and imagination. That's why he gets bored with it.
Yeah.
He wants to just build his own thing.
So here we are here. Obviously, we're going super full speed. I think it was 5 hours worth of filming.
I can't believe how much it already looks like something, though. The little lights, the attention to detail that they
clock
put in.
is awesome, yeah.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard. And a thumping good one, I'd wager, once you trade up a little.
All the little stickers you're able to put on there.
They could even push it further. For example, that clock, they could put a tiny battery in the back and make it actually click.
Mm-hmm.
Or turn. I still can't get over how expensive Legos are. And it's because they can get away with it. They're the only ones that do it.
You could see that trick door. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, the
wall
trick door, 9 3/4.
where you can walk through. And then I'm marveling over the newspaper stand there. And I love that we're doing it on this blanket because I'm looking at our pieces sitting on things like Ember's tomb and Chatwin's torrent.
But never again on the floor. Never again.
I'm watching myself and it hurts. I want to tell myself to not hunch over that way.
We're getting old.
But you can't when you're sitting Indian style on the floor for hours. So ill-advised.
So now we're working on the engine, which is so cool. You know, part of the fun, a lot of the fun, is as you're putting the pieces together, you're starting to see what it's becoming. And you're like, oh, I see it. I see what we're building.
Especially parts like this where the wheels will actually move. And we were afraid of that once we got to the monster book. At the very end, it's supposed to move forward and jump and snap. And it wasn't quite doing it. So you don't want to break every single piece you have to take apart is a whole section of work. But luckily we figured it out. It does snap. Everything works the way it should. The train moves.
I'm curious, the creators of Lego, Master Builders. We watch this Lego TV show.
It's almost like a game show, the reality show, where they have different challenges, and these people are Lego masters. They get a general theme for each week that they have to construct based upon.
It's amazing what they build from their head, but the two judges are legit licensed Lego masters, so they're the ones that create this. They say, oh, well, we want to do Diagon Alley, you build it. When they decide how many pieces to make one large piece, because they could be lazy and say, here's 2 big chunks of plastic, put that together, there you go. But, they make it a point of giving you these tiny little dotted ones.
It makes you respect all the work that goes into what they're doing. And you realize, of course, when you're watching them that it's thousands of pieces.
Yeah.
But I don't think that quite clicks until you're putting together that many pieces.
Clicks. Nice, pun intended.
What's really frustrating about these, you get to a certain point where everything is fitting together, but big sections, all it takes is tapping them and they sort of pull apart.
Yeah.
Whereas others stay together very well. So you're trying to handle it and the 2 big sections will split in half and you're getting frustrated.
You check that out. That's the engine. So you see the fire where you put the coal. So cool, the details. Look at that. Little gauges.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, the stickers. I always let you put them on because I have beefy fingers that won't do it right.
It's hard when they're that tiny, even with my fingers.
Oh, that right there. So what we realize is there's extra random pieces at the end of every box or at every puzzle that you put together. So that's where they go, inside that little...
That's really disconcerting, though, because the instructions don't tell you there's going to be or how many. So now you're wondering, did I miss something? Where were these supposed to go? Trolley witch. I love the trolley witch.
Yeah, she's so cool.
With the cart, and it even has treats on there. It's got a chocolate frog. That's what I mean by attention to detail.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anything from the trolley? Anything from the trolley, dears?
Packet of drew balls and a licorice wand.
Yeah, I think we're working on the cabin now of the train.
We have yet to do the other box, which is the tower one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that because we've only gotten a glimpse of what it's going to look like when it opens up and there's a room, a sort of scene going on.
Mm-hmm.
So with the tower, you do that. You have the front-facing part, and then you flip it around and you can see the rooms, what's happening behind them.
So cool.
That'll be our first shot at that.
We're not going to record that. This was way too much work.
Oh, no, but we'll put up pictures of the finished product.
And there's the chairs.
Windows go in and out. So, of course, little things like making sure they're pushing out the right way.
And I think we've found a new habit. We're probably going to get a lot of Legos. It's just something fun for us to both do.
Oh, it's amazing. I kind of wish, and maybe there is a way to do it, that you could be working on part 3 while I'm working on part 4, instead of us having to wait for each other.
Well, we were very precious with everything because we're dorks. So we were precious with the books. But now I'm realizing we're never going to look at it again. So we'll just open it up and tear it apart, and then we can do that.
Yeah, there's no need, really.
Patronum! Expecto Patronum!
I mean, you don't want to go too far ahead, so you'd have to be doing almost sequential parts.
Yeah.
Because then if you realize you've made a mistake, to try to backtrack it is a lot tougher.
And there we go. There's the train.
Getting ready to
Choo-choo.
pull into the station. We are such dorks.
Yes, we are.
Anybody watching this video right now is laughing hysterically saying my 5-year-old
Yeah.
does this.
They're probably not going to even listen to our podcast.
This is why we enjoy these properties so much, though, the chance to act like a child and have fun.
Yeah, the imagination behind it and escaping from regular life that doesn't have magic.
This is the best part, putting everything together.
See, that end piece that Christina's working on right now, we haven't decided. We've changed it a few times to leave it open so that you can have a scene inside of it. Mm-hmm. So right now, the trolley woman is just stuck back there alone.
And you can't really see her too well through the windows. You definitely can't see what's on her trolley. And that's what's a shame because that detail is so amazing.
Yeah.
Of the treats.
So right now we have it opened in real life.
I think that's better.
Yeah, it's
because
definitely better.
It's not the only part of the train. So you get to have a closed part where the engine, the main portion is.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
That's why you left, madam.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where I might find platform 9 3/4?
9 3/4? Think you're being funny, do ya?
Same every
9
year,
3/4
packed
indeed.
with muggles, of course. Come on, platform 9 3/4 this way.
See, seeing it put together, I love that. You're setting up a scene. He's fighting, protecting Harry. Altogether, it doesn't look like much, but there's thousands of pieces there. And again, it took over 5 hours.
I think it looks amazing.
So much fun.
Like you say, I wish that clock was moving. I wish steam was coming out the train right now.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Whistle was blowing. Lights flickering.
And there's Ron coming through. There's his mouse.
Oh,
Rats.
yeah, his rat. Peter. Hi, Peter.
Hermione's already there because, she's on time. She's early.
Yeah, either that or she's running from this fight that's going
Well,
on
true,
up there because
that
she's
too.
got wand out. We enjoyed ourselves.
And a reminder, Clatchers, we're not done with it, but we've covered most of the movies. We give you a lot of background, did you knows. Yeah, there's a behind the scenes right there, how we set it up. At this time, the actor was sick, and this is how they did it, or this actor had a broken hand.
Production facts, special effects, practical stuff, changes in the movies as it goes along. We're still not finished yet, so if you join us now, we are about to come up to the Deathly Hallows. So we're getting close, but we've had a great time reviewing all of the movies. We can't wait to finish it out and continue with Fantastic Beasts as well.
So go ahead and follow us, Coffee Clatch Crew. That's our main podcast on any podcast app. Subscribe there. We've covered many TV shows over there. And then if you really like us, you can support us over at Patreon. Patreon.com/CKC podcast, where we give you movie reviews such as Harry Potter. We just covered
Ghostbusters and Independence Day. So if you want any of that in the Harry Potter franchise, you have to join us on Patreon.
Till next time, this round's on me.